hydrant?
Yeah. I need to remove all this clutter and stuff. Because we got too much stuff on the table.
All right, throw me away too.
You are not trash. You are garbage.
There's a very it's fancy trash, garbage, fancy trash.
Oh, that's terrible. I didn't mean it. I apologize.
Trash that serves.
It has a purpose of taking up space.
Taking up space. All right, man. We're gonna start penetrating deep today.
No, what the?
In the fields. In the fields. We get your mind out of the gutter.
I didn't sign up for that.
Yes, you did. Anyway, what's going on, guys? My name is Isaias.
My name is Cisco. I thought you were gonna say my name is Cisco. I don't know why.
We should just do one day where we just do our intros. I introduce myself as Cisco. You introduce yourself.
Didn't we do that for a good period of time?
I think we tried and like nobody really caught it. No one really cared about it.
We're
Whatever.
not important.
We're not important. How you guys doing today? Today, like I said earlier, we're going to be definitely penetrating the fields as deep and as roughly as we can. Man, who came up with this description?
Yes, as you guys can see, the title of the video is How Airsoft Changed My Life. Isaias and I have been in the airsoft industry for quite some time. How many years have you been in the industry now?
Working in the industry, it's going to be 9 years, actually. 9 years.
Oh, you started a year after me. Yeah, I started back in 2015.
Yeah, no, it was not too much of a separation in terms of when we started. But we've also been members of the airsoft community for even longer.
What's nuts is I realized like a month or two ago, next year would be my 20th year playing airsoft.
Damn!
Don't do that!
Damn! Unk! Hey man, he's ancient, bro.
What's funny is me and Demo follow each other on social media.
Yeah.
And I saw him put a video up on TikTok. And it was a guy at TikTok. He was like, "Hey man, you remember you sold me my first gun?" He was like, "I do remember that. How old were you then?" I was like 12, 13. He was like, "Oh, how old are you now?" 22. He was like, "Oh, I'm cooked."
I remember when.
Shout out to my boy Demo.
Yeah, I remember when Demo like started getting us in, like when I first started going up to obviously Extremetronics, rest in peace, right? I mean, it is what it is. Let's be real, right? I remember doing some of their like their company events too, and like him recruiting me onto his side for their games. It was fun, man. I remember that. Yeah, but anyway, getting back on topic right now, we have the big overarching question, which is how has airsoft changed our lives? For better or for worse, but there's actually
till death do us part.
Till death do us part. There's actually going to be a few more questions, minier questions inside of that bigger question. Yes, English major, catch up. Anyway,
were you really?
Yes, actually, I didn't finish school, so it shows. Biggest question, of course, being how has airsoft changed our life? But the sub questions that we're going to be getting for that as well. What's the biggest way airsoft has changed our lives personally? You can also say how has being part of the community influenced us, right? How has airsoft open up any opportunities for us, whether it be in our personal lives, creatively, or maybe even just personally as well. These are all things that we can address. So we'll roll out the red carpet for you, Cisco. How has airsoft changed you as a person? How has it affected your life?
Ooh, that's a really interesting question. So,
extra deep.
I don't want to spend too much time because we tend to ramble on a lot. But
if you could sum it up in like a few words.
I
know it's hard, it's rough.
I think that's an almost near impossible task. How airsoft changed my life. Personally, I would say that it has made a overall positive impact in my life. It is a hobby that I have been invested in since 2006. I have made friends along the way. I've built relationships, not only industry side, but just community side of like going to fields, seeing regulars and getting to know them and us becoming friends and stuff. And I would say overall it has just been great.
Has been overall good. No, it's been a net positive for me as well, really. As,
he pulls out a pen and a paper and he's a professional. He's a net positive.
Stocks are doing very well today. But no, it is. Like, here's the thing. We've both been working in this industry for many, 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 many years. Yep. We've been part of this industry, or this community, for a very long time. And we've seen many good things happen. We've seen great things happen. We've seen terrible things happen. We've seen or experienced a lot of negativity as well. We've seen pretty much everything that one can experience on a personal level within the airsoft industry, both its highs and its lows.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm safe to say that we've both grown some like hair in our chest working in this industry as well? Just, I mean, it is, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It do be rough sometimes.
I mean, outside of the hobby, Isaias and I being in the industry, it is still work. Like, we do get to enjoy what we do, but there are times where just tasks are very monotonous, and it is really just work.
Right? There's sometimes where you have to make tough decisions where, like, you don't want to do set actions, but in order for the business to either grow and either
for the greater good.
The greater good. I love that. One of us. I love that so much. Anyway, but yeah, no, it's like in order for obviously Airsoft to continue thriving, there are some sacrifices you have to make on a business standpoint, right? Do we want to do all these things that we have to do sometimes? Like, obviously, no. No business does solely what they want to do. That'd be insane. That'd be absolutely nuts.
I mean, in a perfect world, that'd be great.
Yes.
But obviously, being a business to be able to, provide for ourselves and our families and stuff, we do have to make ends meet at some point. And as much of a hobby as it is, we do still have to consider the business side, obviously. I mean, you're watching us from the company account. We are a part of the Airsoft GI team. From the personal standpoint, I think that being in the airsoft industry was very eye-opening because there's a lot of behind-the-scenes things that people don't see, don't understand, and probably never will if you're not talking with, people from the industry. I have been able to learn a lot, understand things better. I have been able to, again, meet people, and it's just been a very eye-opening experience for the decade that I have been here. In the industry itself.
In the industry itself, yeah. Actually, that's kind of a common thing, too, that I've seen where it's like we've spoken to other guys that have worked in the industry that have either just, just gotten burnt out, right? They've gotten exhausted and drained from it. Do you think that working in the airsoft community, specifically working in the airsoft industry, do you think that's changed your, like, personality specifically, like your core person? Or do you feel like you're, for the most part, pretty, like, unscathed?
That's this is a layered question because industry side, there have been plenty of times where I've got burned pretty bad. Yeah. Like a project doesn't work out or a collaboration doesn't pan out the way I want it to. Sometimes I make really bad mistakes that cause other people grief and worry, and I never want to do that. Me as a person, I think I've always been the type to want to be able to help other people. And I'm normally one of the first people to be like, hey, if something needs to get done, let's just do it. Like, I am, like, let's get it done, or whatever the problem is, let's figure out the problem, solve the problem, and then learn from there to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And there was a lot of things that I have done where I've made those mistakes, and I wasn't able to secure a deal or a partnership or a collaboration, and that does hurt, but I don't think it shaped me in a bad way. I think it more just gave me the lesson that I needed to learn to make sure whatever I did wrong in that particular instance or scenario, I make sure I cover it moving forward. So, and I'm normally transparent with everyone, even with you guys. You guys know that something that I really appreciate and respect Airsoft GI for is the transparency and honesty between the customer or viewer.
Even the day-to-day business. We're very open, clear about it.
To the business. I think as a person, it has helped me develop in giving bad news.
I guess it's like to an extent, right? You would say that it like has helped you, like, I guess, mature. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Because that's something that I would say as well. Like, I've never really had any big issues with maturity or anything. I think the biggest thing, like, lesson-wise, right, if we're talking what's taught me or what's influenced my personality more, is that, like, I guess I've learned to be a lot more self-reliant generally when it came to, like, working, obviously in the airsoft industry. Because most airsoft businesses, full disclosure, they're, like, usually mom and pop shops, right? It's, like, 99% of the case. Very rarely is there, like, giant mega corpo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, Amazon levels of stuff going on for, like, airsoft. At least not yet, anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's because it's a small company and because of the way that the businesses are handled, you see a direct correlation of what you do and how it affects everyone else within the company and how it can directly affect everyone else in the industry as a whole.
Absolutely.
We've made mistakes before where, like, we've done a good job of, like, fixing them fairly quickly, but that doesn't mean that there's no repercussions for it, right? Yeah. We've had to learn really quickly how to, one, think on our feet, how to be resourceful enough, and know when to actually call out for help when it's too much for us. How to be like, hey, I need help with this problem. It's this, it's this, it's this. Okay, let's get it fixed, and then we'll talk after, right? I recently have had to, even to this day, to this year, very even, right? Have had to learn hard lessons.
See, here's the thing. For me, I'm that type too, where I just take on like task after responsibility. It's just like, and I don't see it piling on. I just think, okay, another thing to do.
Right, checklist.
Like, let me knock it out. Let me knock it out. Bam, 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 bam. And then it takes someone to be like, dude, stop.
Literally, this is so true. Like, freaking stop.
Yeah.
Take a breath.
Yeah.
Look what you're doing.
There's literally been times where Isaias has been like, sees me just like overflowing with dread and anxiety, and he's like, dude, what can I do? And I'm like, could you do this for me? He's like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, thank you so damn much, and I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, no, that's working in the industry, right? That's kind of shaped our personality. We've had to learn how to, I don't want to say grow up, because it's not like we never had issues of being, not.
No, I'm
up.
not mature at all.
No?
Nah, hell no. I'm fucking.
Get a few sojus in you if we're in a restaurant, maybe, but that's different. That's after hours.
Nah, even now, bro. I'm unhinged.
The most
man.
unserious guy ever.
Let me tell you something. I bullshit with every single person. I don't care who it is. You could be the CEO of a company. You could be a bum. I don't care. I'm bullshitting the same way.
That's actually, that was something that's how you were like pre-airsoft, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, I would say that actually works pretty well. For
I would say
airsoft.
I'm more filtered now, honestly, because
yeah?
I used to be rambunctious.
Ooh, maybe that was for the best. This is you. If this is you filtered, I'm like, huh? Wonder what old Cisco would have been like.
Yeah.
But no, as far as like pre-airsoft, what was I like? I guess another thing too, personality-wise, airsoft has made me a lot more vocal, just because I have to be, right? Before I was
Comes with the territory of like marketing and stuff.
I was very much comfortable being the fly on the wall, just kind of listening. I like listening.
He got a little bit of fame and it went to his head, you see?
Oh yeah, I want to be a star.
Yeah, I want to be a star, don't you?
I just liked listening to what people had to say and just kind of listening in here and there. I like that part more, but it wasn't until it's like, oh, I'm starting to do more videos or I need to collect more information, doing more research and everything. It's like, okay, I actually gotta start talking to people more. Eventually, it did. You just do it so many times, especially because I worked storefront, right? You do it so many times that you end up just becoming more social. You don't even think about it anymore. It's just second nature to be like, all right, cool, I'm just going to say hi to this person. I'm still going to be socially awkward sometimes when it's not airsoft. You take me out of that setting, I kind of flounder a bit. I'm like,
do you really?
What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
So, okay.
So what's your favorite shark?
Here's the thing. Contrary to popular belief, and many people don't believe this, I'm actually naturally introverted.
Yes.
Like I could be at home by myself for a month, not even go outside.
Not even flinch.
Yeah, and be fine, like not talking. But I do have a lot of interests, a lot of hobbies, and I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or anything, but I would say like I have a lot of like ideas and like creativity. So outside of airsoft, I've grown up singing and like trying to learn instruments. I only know how to play basic guitar, but there's that and like audio production. But then I also like doing photography and videography. I like doing a whole bunch of different things. And what really like drew me into airsoft like coming up was the community that really surrounded it, because I played paintball before, and I don't know how it is now, but at the time I would say there was a lot of elitism going on. Like I'd go rent the gun, or I had my cheap like Walmart paintball gun, and I'd go out, and then all the like college kids or like older teenagers would talk shit. And it's like, it's really defeating.
Discouraging.
Yeah, as a feeling. Discouraging is a better word. And when I got into airsoft, everyone that I had encountered and talked to, they were really open about sharing their knowledge, their stories, that and enjoying the game overall, which I really appreciated, and that really drew me in. And then even going into Airsoft GI, I would say that I was, storefront for a good portion of time, and just getting to share that same type of feeling with customers, especially people that are just getting started in airsoft. I like to feed them energy. Like they're in the car and I'm the gas station. I'm just like, nah, dude, this is about to be so dope. You're about to enjoy this so much. And getting into the marketing side, when I was in college, before I dropped out, I was a performing arts major. So even in high school, like I was in choir, I was in like drama and things like that. So I like to perform, even though I have these introverted tendencies of being actually shy and kept to myself. And I'm like you as well. If I'm in a room full of people I don't really know, I get like, I'll just wait for my turn.
I'll wait for a topic that I'm aware of
Yeah.
for me to jump up. Next thing you know, they're like having a discussion about like, you know, insert favorite topic here, whatever video game or movie. Then I'm like, actually, I'm that
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, but I will say that because of doing the GI videos, I have been able to become more comfortable on camera, which is something that I had lacked previously, having that confidence. But when it comes to live performing, like I'm fairly sure this is for any performer out there. Super, super anxious. You know, you get really nervous going up to the performance, but once I hit the stage, it's just like, oh nah, like
It's all gone. It's all out the window now.
It's time to shine, baby.
You want to be a star? don't you?
Exactly.
Actually, that kind of leads into the next sort of question. You kind of answered it a little bit, right? Which, how has Airsoft, open up any new opportunities for us, whether it be creatively, professionally, or personally? Obviously, the biggest one is because we were Airsofters, it was a very, I don't say easy, but like fairly easy entryway into working in the Airsoft industry. I think that goes for both of us. And as far as like creatively, you're right. Like being able to produce a lot of the videos that we've done in the past, being able to come up with videos now, discussion topics, key things to talk about, interesting points, different style videos. Like these are all things that we get to do and get to flex our creative muscles a bit, working with each other and trying to come up with a solid product, because that's what these videos really are. They are a product. We have to collab on them, design them, and then push it out,
Yep.
right? So it is kind of nice that we get to do that as well, and that does open up those opportunities for us. And I think a lot of airsofters and that eventually find their way into the airsoft industry probably have the exact same story as well.
I agree.
There is one thing I'd also wanted to ask as well before we move on to the last question, which
Mhm.
this one we can take as long this as much as we want or not. What's one skill or lesson Airsoft taught us that we've carried over into real life? Like something that you've learned, maybe not even so much just Airsoft industry, but just Airsoft as a whole.
You go first. Let me think about my answer.
Biggest one, I mean, like I said previously, right? That goes with working in the industry, but also having to be a player is really just being not afraid to talk to people. Like, again, I will always be nervous when it comes to like talking to people and just kind of flounder a little bit in terms of like how the flow of the conversation should be going. But
You're Pisces, aren't you?
Don't judge me. Don't.
I am
Don't.
too.
Damn, man.
I have to. Wow! Oh my God! You're an asparagus.
Oh my god. You're a Capri Sun? All right. That's enough. Sorry.
I don't know why I said it.
I don't know.
I don't know why.
You encouraged me.
The intrusive thought came. I was like,
I'm sorry.
I was like, it sounds a lot like me. I was like, is he Pisces?
Sorry, Zodiac people.
I'm not even really like a zodiac type of person. Like, I'm not justifying myself at all. This is terrible. But,
We just saw an opportunity. We had to take it.
no, I do see a lot of like your I don't want to say issues, but things that you have to overcome. I've felt the same way too. Talking with strangers is
Can be nerve-wracking.
yeah, absolutely. Especially if you know nothing about them.
The thing that I've noticed too is that, like, again, the biggest takeaway from Airsoft as a whole is if they're doing, it doesn't even have to be Airsoft. It can be literally any social setting you find yourself in. You're there for a reason, right? Whatever that reason may be, whether it's because you want to be or not, or because you have to do it, right? At work, for example, if you're in a office space, right? You're not there because you want to be for the most part. You're there because you got to be. You got to pay the bills and everything. That's something that you can always use as a starting point or a jumping off point to start a conversation with another person. It's like, Mondays, am I right? You know what I mean? Memes aside, that's true. That's a good starting place for you to be able to discuss. Find something that you have in relation to this complete stranger.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Here's the thing, guys. There's got to be at least one thing in common.
You're telling me there's nothing?
Yeah. There's got to be at least one. Here's something. You both eat food. Everybody got to eat. Everybody got to die.
Everybody got to eat some point.
Shout out to Mythical Kitchen.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with that. I think one thing that's carried over from Airsoft into my everyday life is more of what I said earlier, the confidence of just in general, honestly. Like when you speak, especially if you have knowledge behind it, it's like speak with confidence and really just try to understand people. I think understanding, I mean, I would say I'm fairly empathetic overall, but trying to understand people on a deeper level can be tricky sometimes. I think that carries over, like with whatever I'm doing, whatever project I'm on, whatever situation I'm in, if I'm trying to be of value to that situation, I'm like, if I'm uninformed, I'm always asking the questions. And I've had people tell me, like, dude, you're asking too much. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I want to know so I don't fuck it up. I'm probably going to have to censor that out.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the confidence, again, like, I am introverted, and a lot of people will disagree because they see how rambunctious I act. But
sometimes you couldn't tell, man. He's right. Sometimes you cannot tell that is his nature.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was fairly shy up until I got to high school. And then in high school, I was like, why am I being so timid? Why am I...
There's no point to this.
Yeah, why am I afraid to talk to people and make friends and stuff? What's the point of this? Like, in middle school, I would just hang out with my
group
circle.
of friends, yeah, your circle.
But naturally, I realized that I've made friends in so many different like groups, and they're not friends with each other. I'm like, oh, let's go kick with them. Like, I don't know them. So they're kind of in the same mindset too. But when I got into high school, the same thing kind of happened, but I was more open. I was like, I'll kick with them. I'm like, oh, I'll introduce you. Like, oh no, they're cool. They like whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then, like, I was the guy that like I had multiple friend groups, and I would just try to get everybody to be friends and just be cool with everyone.
No, I think even if you hadn't had that experience, just by playing on the field, obviously, guys, it depends on really where you're at, right? Environment is everything. But if, for me, for example, I'm looking back at my experience, I've met so many different types of people that play airsoft, whether it be on like the field itself or even just buying it, right? Even if I've never come across them like myself, I've encountered so many different types of people from all walks of life that partake in this hobby. And here's the thing:
many ages,
groups, demographics, literally any sort of group that you can think of, they probably play.
You use so many words that were better than what I was going to say, and I'm so happy.
So many different flavors of humans out there, right? But here's the thing, too. Like, I do think airsoft does kind of force you to grow up in a sense where the guy that you can be working with, who's on your team, right? If you're working towards an objective, it can be from a completely different walk of life entirely. He can have a completely different skin color from you. Yep. He can be a different height than you. He can be a completely different gender that you're not even aware existed at some point, right? Like, seriously, you come across all these people, even if they don't agree with you or align with you in any slight way possible politically, right? At the end of the day, grow up, right? You have to work with people that are going to be different from you. If you can't do that, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
that's how society progresses.
That's how society progresses. You have to work.
Why are we getting so political?
I don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're encountering this type of person on the airsoft field, congratulations, you just found someone who shares an interest with you.
Exactly, right? You have common ground at that point, right? It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Right?
I have friends that are only airsoft, that we have nothing else in common.
Exactly.
Like I've been in situations where like we're shooting the shit and we're talking all about airsoft, and then we're talking about other stuff, and our views are completely different. I'm like, oh wow.
And it is interesting though. It does kind of force you to be a little introspective, because like you start thinking, right? Obviously not getting too much into it, but like you start thinking, okay, I'm gonna be a little more empathetic because this person clearly feels this way about these things for a reason. And he's also an airsofter. Maybe I shouldn't completely discredit everything he's saying, or maybe I shouldn't completely just dismiss him like that. I'm not saying you have to agree. Hell no. Absolutely not. You are entitled to your own beliefs, your own whatever, right? But at the end of the day, we're all airsofters and we all love this hobby. We should be treating each other with respect on the same amount of courtesy that we give to any other person as well, and work together towards a common goal.
Not me.
Wow, absolute naysayer, bro. Just killed the momentum that I had going.
I was gonna make a joke. It was, treat people how you want to be treated.
Exactly.
I want to be treated like shit. So.
Whoa. Anyway,
that was the joke. It's a joke, guys. I'm joking.
I'm joking. All right, last question. This is the one that I personally wanted to ask us, and you especially. If you weren't working in the airsoft industry, or even an airsofter at all, what do you think you'd be doing, and where do you think you'd be right now? That's my favorite question.
That's a good question. How much time we got left? That's a good question. If you weren't working in the airsoft industry or an airsofter period, where/what would you be? What would you be /doing?
I don't know how to phrase this question.
What would you be, or what would you be doing?
Yes.
Okay.
That's time. To answer this question,
English major, guys.
English major, yeah. I would have finished my degree. I would have finished going to school for it. I probably would be one of three things for me.
Okay.
Either I most definitely would have finished my college education. I would have gotten my English degree. I love English literature, English writing. I love all that stuff, all the creativeness, right?
Did you drop out to continue to work to make money?
Kind of.
I mean, I did, but it wasn't to get into the airsoft
More
industry.
depression more than anything else. Just there was no airsoft where I was in school, which was problem number one. But anyway, that's a whole other story, lore drop for another day.
Yeah.
But yes, I probably would have finished school. Probably would have been an English teacher. Two,
I picture you as that.
right. Everyone does. Two would have been working in a kitchen. Probably like as like studying to like cooking because I actually really do love that. Or three, failed actor. I say failed actor specifically because I would have been like specifically going for like voice acting because I would have loved to continue my education and they actually offered voice acting classes, like legit classes, but you had to be like a theater major, so I might have switched over my major potentially to pursue that. And what about you? Like what do you think you'd be doing right now? What do you think you would be if you weren't either an airsoft or even just working in the airsoft industry?
That's crazy.
Because you've had a lot of jobs before in the past.
I think I've worked every type of job that you possibly can: warehouse, retail, food, medical, somewhat of electronics. I've done a good amount of work in my life, and it's very interesting because growing up, I've always wanted to be a musician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can see you as a music producer.
No, a performer. I wanted to be.
Oh.
I wanted to be on stage. I like
Self-produced, I see.
especially in high school. That was my dream to become a performing recording artist and tour the world and and everything. And I still have that passion. I still love singing. I still love performing and things like that. But as I have grown, I've really kind of honed into my the more root feeling of it, and this kind of ties in with a lot of my interests. Like I said, I love music. I said love music. I love to act. I love comedy. I love performing, and I've come to realize that all of those things have one thing in common, and it's being able to entertain someone. So even cooking, I like being able to prepare a meal and have people enjoy the food, and I want them to enjoy it. I think if I wasn't in the airsoft industry, I think I would have been in any one of those fields, whether it have been acting, whether it have been music. I mean, obviously, these are very lofty goals. I think I think being in the food industry or the restaurant, becoming a chef, or even opening up your own restaurant is a lot more feasible. It just takes a lot more capital.
Yeah.
Right? But becoming a musician, becoming an actor, or a comedian, that takes a lot of grind as well. You have to be able to create something that people will be able to relate with or enjoy. Those are all jobs too. As much as we like to glorify people or celebrities
and the lifestyles they live.
Yeah, exactly. They're
working.
Yeah, they put in work that most people aren't familiar with. I've only touched a little bit of what it takes to produce a show or to act in something, and I've only tasted that lightly, and I saw how difficult it was. It's damn, remembering lines, being able to physically move around and act
cues.
and be able to portray the character that you're doing, or being able to sing. Singing in itself is a skill that can be lost if you don't practice singing. I haven't practiced singing in years, and I don't have the vocal capabilities that I once had when I was singing religiously every day. So
never too late to bring it back, maybe.
Hey, you never know. Maybe I'm teasing something.
No,
I'm not.
Oh, damn it, man! Teasing is right.
No, but here's the thing: you never know.
Blue balled me.
For me, I still have those interests, and I have friends who actually are in many of those industries.
It's never too late,
Oh yeah, of course. One day, if I decide to that's actually a dream of mine, to be able to write and produce a song completely, no help at all. But I don't have the talent for it or the knowledge for it, because I know 4 chords on the guitar, and I don't know music production. I didn't get the chance to learn it when I was in school, but it is something that I like to do. But also at the same time, I'd like to act in something, even if it's a small role on a TV show. If it's hey, this guy's gonna die at the end of the episode, Okay, cool. Like, I just want to do it. I just want to be a part of it, to experience it.
My dream is to be an extra on a Star Wars movie, like a stormtrooper or something.
I feel like that's really easy, though.
And to just get, like, eaten by some monster or be, like, sliced in half by a Jedi or something. Like, that's the dream. It's like, if I do that, Mom, I made it.
Eaten by a monster or sliced by a Jedi.
Yeah, man.
So you want to be a stormtrooper.
Either a stormtrooper or make me, like, a rebel pilot. Because them MFers are always dying in the movies. It's like, oh, I can't hold it. Right? Just I want to have a cool death scene. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Even if it's, like, 5 seconds on screen, it's perfect. That's all I need.
I will say, though, being in the airsoft industry has changed the direction and the course of my life, I think, in a very positive way.
Same.
If I wasn't in the airsoft industry, I think something that I would like to relate to you guys is pursue your education. As much as it sucks, I hate school.
It doesn't even, and then, like, pursuing your education doesn't even have to be necessarily school either.
Yeah, no, just learn the skills.
Yes.
And what's required to do what you want to do, and try to do it as much as possible. That will transcend any, like, school education that you can do. But if it does require going to, take a class, college, do it, because
it'll only pay off in the end.
Anything that you can learn is going to be valuable for you. Knowledge is the biggest tool, and just will help you overall. So I know there are a lot of YouTubers out there, a lot of influencers, content creators. Even if we don't think of ourselves as them, we are as well. But I always try to be as realistic as possible. Like, what you guys see on camera isn't glamorous, and many people have said that, but they don't understand until they're in that seat. Of doing it.
That's just the amount of work is just not going to be seen until they try it for themselves, right?
Of course. Overall, I would probably be in something in a career where I could express that creativity that I've been talking about.
That would be nice. And I can see myself, like, grading papers.
Okay, I know this is going on for a little bit, and I'm gonna have to cut a lot of this out. I just want to say, though, working for GI specifically, we try to provide quality content daily, and there have been so many times where we get bottlenecked, or not even bottlenecked, but we just get
throttled.
It's like the creative, like, you squeeze the lemon so much until there's no more juice coming out, right? So, like, it really, like, shows, especially for Isaiah specifically, because he's the one taking care of all of it, trying to be creative and doing that. That is something that is very difficult to do, especially when there's only X amount of topics that you can talk about. Trying to create something new.
You think these shorts are easy to come up with? Nah. Hell no. I gotta come with this daily.
Yeah, it's rough. And then on the other end as well, just business, or, like, I don't even want to say industry side. Because we're in airsoft, and we've talked about it many times, we get limited, we get throttled in exposure as well. So the work that we do, if we were in a different industry, would be able to reach more people, because it wouldn't be limited.
It's not a topic that's so limited or heavily restricted.
Like,
via,
if we were
social media.
If we were in culinary arts,
oh my goodness,
I'm fairly sure we'd have
take over, baby.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Same thing with any type of, like, hobby interest. Life has definitely changed because of social media. A lot of people don't even watch TV anymore because they just go to YouTube, or they'll go to TikTok, and they'll get their news from there. They'll get their entertainment from. I'm just rambling at this point. I would say, overall, how has airsoft changed my life? I would say it's changed it for the good. I've been able to meet quality people, build quality relationships, learn a lot of different things about myself and about the industry and about airsoft as a whole that I wasn't aware of before being in the industry, or even being a player itself. And I've been able to build all of that, especially the friendships along the way, and that has been overall a positive thing for me that nothing can replace.
No, absolutely. I don't know where I would be, obviously, without airsoft. Obviously, we talked about, like, different positions, but on some real, I don't know if I would even still be alive if it weren't for airsoft. I'm being completely real with you.
No,
Not to get
true.
too dark, but I mean, hey, I was in a really dark place, a lot of times in my life. So airsoft really was the one thing that, like, I come to, that and the relationships that I've had.
Tell your story.
Right?
Spit your shit.
I love airsoft, and I love what it's done to me as a person. I love the opportunities that it's given me. I love the growth that I've been able to experience, only due because of working in the airsoft industry. And that's, again, like you said, that's something that nothing could ever take away from me.
I respect that too. I think.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
All right, guys, but that's gonna cut it for this very long, episode. Sorry for all the
I wanted
rambling.
this to be such a short episode and it'd
Same.
be sweet,
And
but I knew we were going to ramble.
we ended up just talking so much, but hopefully you guys liked the content that you guys are seeing. If you did, make sure to go and leave a like on this video. Make sure you hit that bell icon. Make sure you're subscribed so you get notified every time we drop new content. What is the most direct way that the people can show their support for the channel, Cisco?
Go over to airsoftjad.com, pick up all your airsoft goodies, batteries, BBs, green gas, your new replica. Well, it's funny how we haven't talked about replicas.
Replicas, yeah.
It was much easier of a flow. You see how easy it is when we... I hate this stipulation.
I hate community guidelines.
But go over to airsoftjad.com, pick up everything that you need, get your new goodies over there. And yeah, subscribe for more content. Your guys' support directly helps us.
And again, let us know what your guys' thoughts on airsoft in the entire industry is in the comments section as well. What do you think you'd be doing without airsoft? But regardless, guys, have yourself a wonderful one. Take it easy. My name is Isaias.
My name is Cisco.
Have a good one, guys.
Peace, y'all.